Nah, you asked me to ask one question. You live?
Yeah, we live right here. We live here. Go ahead, y'all got it.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis camp of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Katash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth. They be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they are as follows. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians, the tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, the tribe of Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans, the Panamanians, the tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, the tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians, the tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribe of Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, the Chileans, the tribe of Asher, the so-called Columbus, the Uruguayans, and the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. To you, you say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
This is Psalms 10. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou hide thyself in the times of trouble?
So he says, why standest thou far off? Because right now, it seems like the Lord is far away. But as the prophets know right now, we see the tokens in the heavens, the chariots. These prophecies coming to pass. These nations starting to rise against nations. Okay, people against the people. Okay, but we're asking why we're standing far off because we're ready to get out of here. Okay?
That's right.
Get out of here. Get ready for this salvation. Get out of this wicked place called Babylon the Great, aka America. All right?
The wicked is in pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Right, and that wicked is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, according to Malachi 1 and 4. All right? And it's pride. And that's one of the things that Yahweh hates, pride. As the scriptures say, a pride before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. All right? And he says they don't persecute the poor. Who's the poor? The Israelites, specifically the elect, okay, of the 12 tribes.
Sure.
All right? And he says, let them be taken in devices that they have imagined. So the thing is, while they're trying to do their best to take us out off of this land, we're asking Yahweh Ba'ashem to take them out. And that's prophecy, because they're going to go into slavery. Okay, and then they do that 1,000 years, and once that 1,000 years is up, they're going to be eradicated off the planet.
We go to the persecute, after they persecute the poor. All right, with the different laws and things that they pass, that's how they persecute the poor, man. All right, they put so many things upon the book to what? To keep you poor. All right, they put so many things in blockage in Israel's way to make sure that you still are poor. All right, that's how they persecute you. What's going on? Hey, you see it every day. What does the police do? All right, they're out there persecuting Jake, man, killing Jake, man. All right, that's the ways of this place, man. That's the ways of Esau, man. All right, his laws they put out are for what? Him and his people only, man. They're not for you, man. So it's so many ways to persecute you. And not only for Israel, he persecutes his own people.
Yep.
All right? Because, hey, when you think about it, what does he do? He destroys everything that he touches.
Yep.
He's the cancer of the earth, man. All right? Hey, he destroys the water, the trees, everything, man. Food, our women, everything. Esau got his head in everything against Israel, man.
Yeah. He not only destroys it, he basically uses it to his advantage, just his flesh. He weaponizes everything, man.
Yep.
He weaponizes the food against you. He uses the food to bring forth his wickedness. All right, that homosexual spirit, man, is not just happened to be, man. That was actually created. He created that what? Through his food, man. Me and the elder was talking yesterday, Elder Thompson talked about atrazine, man.
Yep.
That's something that he put into the water, man.
Yep.
That homosexual spirit, man, was actually created. You know, everything he does, man, he does it. He was blessed. His blessing was weaponization, man. He was given the sword, so he uses all of that to his advantage. That's the wickedness of him. God, you have something? God, go ahead.
Yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 22. I'm gonna start at 22. It said, "Rob not the poor
Yeah.
because he is poor,
Yeah.
neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those who spoil them."
Ooh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Go ahead. You have something? God, God, yeah. I didn't want to.
We just see Esau use his weapons in Hawaii.
That's right,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
He wiped out the so-called poor people in Maui and left the rich people condos and stuff for the people. So he's trying to turn it to a smart town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's already on the agenda too. I think next month.
Yeah.
Yep, they're gonna be meeting on that AI for Hawaii.
Smart thing. Because they got them pumping up everywhere, man. I forgot the one they got in the Middle East called the Wall or something.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
In Dubai, ain't it?
No, and Esau has to do with it because the governor is on TV the next day and says, we're trying to find laws right now to own the land.
Yeah.
All right, and then if you look at it also, all the billionaires and millionaire houses wasn't touched.
That's what I'm saying. On the
That's what
beach
he said.
front.
Yeah.
No, I
On the
didn't
beach front.
But another thing too, though, if you look at it, all of that land right there is worth billions of dollars. All right, those billionaires that actually the land that wasn't touched, they've been trying to buy out those people. They've been trying to buy out that land forever.
Yeah.
So now that the land is destroyed, the property is cheaper. So what's going to be able to happen? They're going to be able to go in and buy the land and take it over, man.
Yeah,
And
while
they
the-
want to with it.
I'm just like while the people are mourning their houses, they already got investors to buy them out. You know, because why? And a lot of people are going to sell. You know why? Because what else do they have?
Right.
You know, if you didn't have some major housing insurance or whatever the case may be, then you know you pretty much screwed. And they got videos on TikTok where people in Hawaii was filming that it was actually what they call direct energy weapons, laser beams, being from a satellite. That was because none of the trees, the greenery wasn't touched, just the houses.
Yeah. I was gonna say, just to your point, the cars were melted from the top. They weren't touched from the bottom.
Yeah. This is Micah chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 1. It said, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and they covet fields and take them by violence." They said the death toll is set to the thousands. They took those homes by violence. They asked the people to leave continuously over and over, and the people kept refusing. So what happened? They put their money in other sources. Hey, well, we would just burn them out. You know? Burn those people's houses up. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage."
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. There's a Hawaiian, this video of this a lady from Hawaii. She since passed away. When you said that they oppress a man, his house, and his heritage, she said you all came in and made us speak your language. Yeah, you didn't make the Japanese speak with your language. You made us speak your language. You took our language away. And that's what they do. You know, we learn in Hebrew. Your language is your language. It's pure. You know,
That's what makes
our
it
language
culture.
is pure.
That's what makes it culture, man. They get their language. They did it to Gad, man. The Native Americans, they took their language, man. That's right. You know, and they put them up in those boarding schools, man. Because they know that their language is your language is your culture, and they know that. That's why they sent all those the Native Americans, Gad, sent them to those boarding schools, man, because they wanted them to learn the ways of America.
Yep.
You know?
Because they want to be your heritage.
That's right. Yeah.
They don't want you to have a heritage.
Yeah.
They want to be the holy and rulership over the children of Israel.
That's right. Forget how you. Hey, I showed you that this movie I was watching. Ant-Man. Remember the guy that he brought the Luke June, and the guy was like, he said, you're in America. He said he made him burn the Luke June because he said, hey, we gonna learn our Chinese boxing. And he said, ain't no Chinese boxing. He said American boxing. And he made him burn his little dummy, man. You know. They show you all of that, man, in the movie out there, man. Esau is the fucking he's the devil, man. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that even though they took our language, you know, you really don't know the power of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, what you doing with? You messing with his people. Yeah. We took your language and now we condemning you with it.
Oh, that goes with Wisdom of Solomon. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. They might as well get that. Hey, because that's setting it up for the end. You know, because not only are they getting cursed out for the wickedness that they've done, but also the deliverance that the Lord's going to bring and their destruction that's coming. So y'all got it.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
And that's what you see that right now, though, man. All right, that's why we on the highways and byways, man. You see these electronic pistols. You better believe Esau is watching, man. Right. They see it and they like, what can we do to stop them? I know that's in their mind. What can we do to stop these men, man? All right, because they're seeing the downfall. The men of the Lord teaching these words. They're seeing the downfall of their kingdom, man.
Yeah.
They seeing it spiraling down the drain, man, and they can't stop it, man. All right, so the best thing they try to do is to shut our mouth, which they're not going to be able to do.
Right, and then these devils like to bring everybody to court, bring up charges on people, lock them up, hit them with fines. When's the last time you heard anyone going to trial for what happened in slavery? Or for them stealing Gad's land, or Reuben's land, or stealing the islands, or South America, or North America, or any other places on this side of the world?
And whose possessors slay them or hold themselves not guilty.
That's it. That's it. Bring it out. You have more? You have more?
No, he has something.
Okay, bring it out, brother.
This is John. This is John 10, verse 10.
Beautiful.
The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Steal, kill, and destroy.
Right.
You know, and when you get into the scriptures, all of them that talk about that, it's talking about Edom. Right. Steal, kill, and destroy. You know, he stole people from their lands. You know, destroyed the one. He's trying to destroy all of Israel. Okay? He's not going to be able to do it. The scriptures say Yahweh Shai is not cast away his people.
That's right.
You know, he's not going to be able to do it.
Taking the plants of this world, destroying them, making GMO plants. All right, they have no nutritional value. All right, you're taking the air, you're polluting it with your chemtrails and everything else that you're pumping out here, man. All right, you're destroying our women. All right, with all these different philosophies and doctrines and different ways of life, man. All right, to go against their men. All right, you have a whole rap sheet that you're going to have to answer for, man.
Yeah, they're bringing,
All right?
they're bringing out that foul lifestyle, trying to push it on everybody. Hey, but the scriptures say that the Lord has reserved 7,000 that have not bowed the knee to Baal. You know, so that all ties into it, because you got to remember that it's not just America that pushed that mold spirit on everybody. When you go back to them different kingdoms, they all had a portion of it. They all had something to do with it. You know, the Greeks, the Romans, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, they had that transmission agenda back then.
That's right.
You know, but the difference is today, America, Babylon the Great, is pushing that on the world.
Yeah.
You know?
This is Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief. and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said they sleep not. Okay, so they working around the clock with evil. Okay?
Yeah, because you gotta see this agenda that they got going on. They didn't come up with it yesterday or last week or last month or last year. This is something that's been in the making. The one you could go back to May 1st, 1776. You know, that's been in the making since then, but it's been in the making even before that. So whenever you see an agenda out, it's been 20 years or more in the making. You know, it's just not something that happened overnight or by coincidence. This is something they've been planning for a long time.
Yeah, like with that, you see here.
Huh?
You know, you can go all the way back to the 60s, but I think his name is Jose Delgado, who
Yep.
worked for the CIA,
Yep.
where he implanted a chip into a cow, into a cat, you know,
Yep.
made that not a bull.
They call it the
Made a
Delgado bull.
Stopped charging the matador like right when he got to him.
Yep.
Stopped him and he turned around and went the other way. And then he made a cat mad and then made him docile.
Yeah.
Just by clicking the button. And
Yep.
that's back in the 60s.
It's called the Delgado bull.
Delgado.
Yeah. So pretty much, you know, they know how to tap into the brain. That's why they want to put micro C-hips in people. They want to put them in the brain because they know how to manipulate people. They know certain signals, certain frequencies, you know, can alter your mood. You know, this is why the music went from a peaceful frequency into that demonic frequency they got now. You know?
Hey, they could take a microphone like a supersonic mic, and they could send the signal. I mean, send it out to you, record your voice, and then they could take your own voice and reverse the signal and beam it out to you and make it seem like you're speaking to yourself in your head. Yeah, they reverse the polarity of it, and then they beam it out to you and say what they want to say. But when it comes through the mic, it's coming through your voice. So, you know, people, I was hearing voices in my head. You know, remember it was a string of deaths of people saying I was hearing voices in my head. You know, because they were testing that on the people.
That's why he said he's the prince of the power of the air. So they have control of the air. You got it, brother.
They showed that in the movie Kingsman. When you go back into that movie Kingsman, they showed you how they deal with different frequencies, man.
Yep.
All right, and what happened when they hit that certain frequency? Everybody went crazy. They started killing each other, man.
And you also notice with the scientists did that effect with the water, how you played the music with the water.
Right.
So and the different water made different frequencies.
Images, yeah.
Yeah. And the music that was good, it made good vibrations. It was the patterns in the water were good.
Yeah.
But then when they played that heavy metal rock and roll, the pattern was jagged. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
When they say he sought out all things, he sought out all things.
Oh, yeah. Hey, just like they said,
Diligent search.
music calms the savage beast, but also music stir up the beast. You know?
And that brother hit a good point because you said back in the 60s and even before then, like in the early 40s, they were doing scientists were doing sleep deprivation. And they do certain things. This guy's always been doing diligent searches, man.
Yes, man,
that
that's
he
the scripture.
does-
I was just about to get that
That's
scripture.
That's beautiful.
Now, you got-
Everything that he does, man, he listen, man, he's careful. He does it because why? Because he gets his information from the left hand side.
Yep.
Satan deals with this dude, man. That's what he was created. That's why we're not saying any bad things about this dude is created for that. He gets those times. Everybody, you know, you got the society to say, oh, well, you guys are speaking out. No, this is a spiritual warfare, man.
That's right.
This man, hey, you have good, you have evil.
That's right.
That's spiritual.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Hey, it said that they're the vessels fitted to destruction.
Fitted for destruction.
So if they're fitted for destruction, that means they got to do something in order to be destroyed. So if they were already created to be destroyed, that means they were already created to do the wicked shit that they're doing to get destroyed.
And he's so wicked. He's so wicked. This dude will put the drugs in your neighborhood and be like, oh yeah, you're selling drugs. Well, who brought them over here? Who the hell flew the drugs over here to get you to sell the drugs, man? That's wickedness, man. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But he tries to keep it off of him. But like I said, man, that's why he wants to shut them in and lower them. Because we go to the source, man. There's a source that makes our people act the way they are, man. God, beautiful. He got one. Both of y'all.
This
Go
is
ahead.
Psalms
Y'all
chapter
let 'em run.
37, and verse 12. It said, "The wicked plotted against the just,
Yeah.
and gnashed upon him with his teeth.
Yep.
The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as to be of upright conversation."
Right, man. Because he knows our position, man. You know, and then us out here preaching, man, just solidifies it. You know, he's been trying to stop this thing for years, man. But now that he see the man of the Lord out here, he knows he see his day approaching. So he's got, and I like to always say, man, Esau is not just doing his agenda. The man of the Lord is forcing him to do it, man, because he's not on schedule. That's right. The word going forth is forcing him. That's why he's doing so much. He's fucking everything up. His agenda is not organized, man. Satan is not organized. Satan is just pushing him to do, and that's why he's all over the place, man. He got other companies doing this shit. I just I found an article on Zotis or something like that. Mark Zuckerberg and his wife captured like they said like 1 billion deer, white-tailed deer, and this dude is giving them the MRA back, the max, man. Elk, all of that. But like I said, man, hey, man, the man of the Lord is gonna be protected. You know, whatever he does, man, the man of the Lord is gonna be protected from all of it. You know, go ahead.
Back in Proverbs 4 and 18. 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. What he said?
Yeah, so they eat the bread of wickedness. You know, they drink the wine of violence. That means that's all they do is consume wickedness and violence. Okay? And then like the scriptures, not the scriptures, but like the saying goes, you are what you eat. You know, and that's all they are. Wicked and violent. Everywhere they go, everything they do. You know, the scriptures tell us there's not one good. Okay, no matter how nice they seem, you know, there's not one good. What's that scripture, Elder Ash, you know, he talked about? The tender mercy of the
Oh yeah, it's in Proverbs.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Least Satan shall have an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." When you go into that word devices, it means basically the intensive thoughts of the mind. That's right. All right, so we basically know how this devil works. We know how it works. You know, we understand if something happens, we didn't just do it by accident, or it was just a happy chance. You know, he has a strategic plan. You know, just like how we was going into the things that he set up was planned from back in the 60s, back in 1776, when Declaration Independence was signed. You know. So we understand that we understand how this man works. Right? We're not ignorant of his mentality. That's why the scripture reveals it. The scriptures breaks down who this man is. Because the scripture says what? It says the word is sharper than two-edged sword, dividing even so the country, showing basically the true man, roughly paraphrasing. So through the scriptures, we know how this man acts. We know what's his true intent. You know, and that's why the scripture says, "Never trust thy enemy."
So everything he was doing, like I said, if you look back and then he has to study history, U.S. history. Man, all while he was having those wars going, there was still science. He would do that shit to throw people off. While his scientists while hard at work at doing other things, he would create other things. You had the Civil War, then you had the Civil Rights Act. You know what I'm saying? And he studied doing other things. He said, "Well, this Civil Rights Act, we're gonna let the so-called Negro be the forefront of this. But all the time, it's gonna benefit all of these other agendas that we got going. And then by the time you figure it out, man, he's already 10 steps. We think he's 10 steps ahead. But you can't. You're not gonna pull. You can't pull the wool over your side's eyes, man. He said we're gonna lift that skirt, man, and that's what's being done now.
All right, this is Psalms 36 and 4. He devises mischief upon his bed. Start at 51. Okay, this is Psalms 36, verse 1. The transgressions of the heart, that there is no fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai before his eyes.
mind. It says the transgression of the wicked shall within his heart. That means in his mind. You know, go to the Lob, okay? That there's no fear of Yahweh before his eyes. And we know that fear to be reverence for Yahweh keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? He's not going to do it. The scriptures say, you know, he casts instruction behind him. You know? Go ahead.
He flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful.
God, and that's what he's doing right now. You know, he thought this plan was going to work, but now everybody has figured out who did that stuff in Maui. Just, you know, an example today. Everybody has figured that out. You know, it makes no sense, and it's so quick. And then found out that the police chief that's over there in Maui was also the one in the Las Vegas shooting. Yeah. Okay?
That's the one in China, the building blew up.
Yeah.
A few years back.
Same guy. And you know, we always talk about these crisis actors, you know, and you got plants, you know, and that's what they do. You got the same people doing the same thing, you know. Esau's playbook does not change. It's just now we're a lot smarter, and we get the information out a lot faster.
Hey, did you know in Maui, the mayor turned them down on turning on the sirens.
Yeah.
The sirens to alert the people. You know why? Because the people, those people have insurance on those properties, and with the insurance policies they have, they can rebuild. So they wanted those people to die off. That's why the mayor refused to turn the sirens on.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want those people to live through that.
Yeah.
You know, because if somebody lives, then they have an insurance policy on their property, then they can rebuild.
Well, that's why I said they oppress a man in his heritage.
Yeah, hey, that's beautiful, man. Because when they was doing, when they did that testing on a nuclear bomb in Bikini Island, they did the same thing. Like the brother just said, they program don't change. They set off that nuclear bomb, and then they told the people it was safe to go back home. And they sent them back over there, man. And that island was permeated with radiation. They had the people fucked up over there, man.
Hey, well, they told the people it was safe to take the jab.
Yeah, man.
It was safe to take the jab.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the documentary. Yeah, it was horrible, man. The people died, man. The people was over there for like 20 years. Babies deformed out and fucked up, man. And you got the guys showing that it was okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. Go back over to your land. You got them Edomites out of Chernobyl when that shit happened. Yep.
Oh yeah. They ain't been back since.
Yeah, ain't been back since, man. They said it was that much radiation on their island, just as much as Chernobyl, and they sent them people back over there to live. Fukushima, the same
Yeah,
thing,
because look, the fire that came down from heaven on Sodom and Gomorrah, it said that those plants and stuff, they don't grow anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that shows you that radiation will destroy you.
Destroy you, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you look up actually what brimstone is, brimstone goes back to sulfur. Sulfur is one of the biomechanical that they use in the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
So-called they found solid on the road. They said that land, those rocks in that land, those rocks in that land can no longer, they can't even put it with none of the elements on the earth. Or the sulfur is so high, and the radiation is still in those rocks, man.
This is Psalms 33 and Psalms 36 and 3. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good.
Yeah, it says the words of his mouth are iniquity, nothing but sin. Okay? Compounded sin and deceit. That's all he does. You know, like he did with Gad with plus 400 treaties. Okay? He did with the jab. You know, he deceived a lot of people. All right? And what the scriptures say, he deceived the whole world. And he's a master at it. You know, I don't know how he does it, but he did it. Okay?
Oh, the scriptures tell you how he did it. You know, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. He deceived the whole world. He set up the Renaissance period to lie to everybody. He put his picture up as being holy, made you feel bad for thinking bad about him, even after all the wicked shit that he done. Oh man, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, me myself, he just did a lesson because they could have come out with the movie Snow White. And my son said that backlash because I think the lady is playing Snow White is Columbia. Yeah, she was like, they on the comment board all mad. Said, well, how would you like it if Ben Affleck played part of the team? He was like, well, shit, we're talking real characters and fictitious characters.
Shit.
Fictitious characters to be whoever created the story to be that. Exactly. But you was the key person in that, man.
You had the Edomite.
You brought that out. You changed real people that live, man, to be you. That's right. You know, it's not Superman. All these are created characters.
Right.
Yahweh Shah was a real person.
That's right.
Martin Luther King was a real person. So that would be both of them.
Superman is based off Jake.
Still based off Jay. All of them. Yeah, all of the Marvel characters, all of those are based off our Israelites, man. All of that. So you up here, that's the black collar, the kettle black, man.
Yeah. Hey, they put up the picture of the Son of the Most High as being a so-called white person. They put up the picture of the Heavenly Father being a so-called white person.
And then so what's that movie? You guys brought it out a while back. The movie, The Message. That was the only time you ever seen somebody play shot. There was Jake, man. The movie The Message. I think, yeah, that was the only one. And that was old. It was old. No, the movie called The Message. Remember Apostle?
I'm trying
called
to.
The Message, and the dude that played Yahweh Shah.
You talking about the guy where at the end he was all bloody?
Yeah. Green Pasture. Okay, gone.
Oh, that was Green Pasture, right?
Yeah. That was the only time. That was the only.
But that was they set it up as a comedy.
Oh, see.
The Green Pasture, they set that up as if we talking about the same movie. You know, Elder Pastor Tar said Superman is a Jake. That's right, because his name is Kal-El, which is all power.
Yeah.
You know, and his father's name was, I believe, was Jor-El.
Jor-El, yeah.
Hey, Shalom, Elder Pastor Tar.
Shalom.
So y'all got it.
Okay, this is last one. This is
Psalms 36 and 4. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He sitteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
You know, he says he devises mischief upon his bed. You know, even while he's at rest. You know, there's wickedness. All right. Now, he set himself in a way that is not good and abhorreth not evil. Okay. Abhorreth means you're supposed to disdain or stay away from it. He does instead. Everything he does is evil. Okay. That's all he plans to do.
But that's why
we see that now.
That's why they try and set up this so-called New World Order. That's their agenda. That's evil. It's beneficial for them, and it's detrimental for the rest of the world. You know, and that's what they want to do. That's their portion, and they were given a sword to accomplish that. And that's what they're doing. And then eventually, those that don't comply, they will die. You know, but it said that the devil has come down having great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. They shall be as madmen sparing none. So eventually they're gonna, get physical. You know, that's what they do pretty much in anything they do. If they're trying to get a plot of land or a country and you don't comply with them, they're gonna get it by violence eventually. You know, that's it. This Genesis 27. Yep.
Either one way or another, either you're gonna give it to them or
Yep.
you're gonna kill you for it, you know?
That's it. That's it.
Ain't no, it's about the democracy is the system,
Right.
It is the system,
Yeah. There's no democracy. Democracy, right? They even had a meme. If you don't come to democracy will come to you. And they show a plane dropping bombs. Yeah, that's it. Traveling weapons. They are the mercenaries. Neither keepeth their home, but enlarges his desire is hell, and cannot be satisfied. What y'all got?
This is Psalm 64 and 5. It says they encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Why do they encourage themselves in the evil matter? Because they think the Most High is with them. Here it is, nothing's happened to them, so they think the Most High is with them. They think the Most High is one of them. because all of the wickedness that they've done, and they still haven't really got payback for it. So they really believe in that demonic heart of theirs, that the Most High is with them, that He's one of them, but He's not. He got you in a trick bag. So you don't understand that the Most High is the ultimate strategist. You know, and when He hits you, He gonna hit you where you ain't gonna be able to get back up from it. You know, He gonna throw little things here and there, but when He brings a boom on you, that's gonna, the one strike that the Lord's gonna make with those missiles and Yahushua with the angels and the chariots, that's gonna set you down forever. You ain't gonna be able to get back up from that. Ain't gonna be no flash knockdown. You know, you're gonna be permanently out.
It's the viewing of lying snares, privilege. They say, who shall see them?
Right, the snares are what? These traps that they're setting up. They're setting up a system to where economically it's set up to be a trap so that everybody can fall into it. But they're painting it as a good thing for everybody. You know, they're making it seem like, oh, if you don't get down with this, then you're a square. You know, this is the hip thing, this is the new thing. You know, this technology. This is why the phones keep changing. This is why you got to keep updating. This is why you can't take the battery out the phone anymore. This is why you can't even plug a headphones into your phone anymore. They want everything wireless. They want everything online, touchless. You know, right? So that's the trap. Because once that's in place, whoever don't comply, they're not going to be able to participate. You got it.
They search out iniquity. Psalms 38:12. They also seek after my life. It says, they also that seek after my life, they snare for me.
Right.
It says, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things, and imagine deceits all the day long.
Yeah, because what they're doing is deceitful. You know, Elder Pastor put the scripture up that I was thinking about, Psalms 50 and 21. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set thee in order before their eyes. And this is what they're seeing right now. They're seeing the Israelites being set in order before their eyes. And it's bringing fear upon them. Because they know that they're going to get the majority of the planet, because the majority of the planet is easier to get them, but they know that the elect they won't be able to get. You know? Yeah. The true world order. That's it. Was there more? That was it?
That was it, you know.
You have more on that?
I was going to bring out verse 6.
Okay.
Psalm 64:6. When they search out iniquity, they accomplish a diligent search.
Right, because they don't leave any stone unturned. See, that's one thing about Esau. They search things out, and they don't leave any stone unturned. You know, and they have enough resources and money to where they can pay people to continuously look into these things. They're different think tanks. You know, they're constantly pushing forward and constantly looking into things. Okay, how does this react? Okay, that didn't work. Okay, we'll try it this way. That didn't work. We'll try it that way. That didn't work. We'll flip it upside down. That didn't work. Flip it back the other way. Flip it on its side. Do it this way. Do it that way. Add this to it. You know?
Like they have monkeys smoking crack. UCLA
Yeah. Right.
But they even brought it out. You know? So they already knew what that shit was going to do before they even pushed it out.
Look at that. Look at that.
You know? Starbucks got $100 cup of coffee, $300 cup of coffee,
Cat shit.
but it comes from a cat in Amazon.
Yeah.
It comes from this boot, man.
He eats a certain but that's wicked as fuck. Who wants to fucking deal with shit, man?
Yeah.
And a cat by itself, that species of cat species already is full of we were just talking about the bacteria and the parasites. Now who would actually? But he has different think tanks, man.
Esau does that.
Yeah.
They like that shit.
And the more expensive it is, the more people are gonna fuck with
Hey,
it.
Cat feces has a dangerous parasite called Toxoplasma gondii.
That's right.
You know?
And you don't come from Gandhi either.
Yeah. Well, he was
Hey, these devils eat monkey brain.
God,
You know, they eat all kind of shit. They You know when a woman has a child in the hospital and they quickly take the placenta away?
Yeah, yeah.
Where you think that's going? They eat that shit.
Yeah,
They study that stuff.
Pepsi products,
yeah.
food products, you eat.
Yeah.
So people that's walking around drinking Pepsi and Cola, they drinking placenta.
Yeah.
And all other berries.
Yeah.
Yeah, this devil, there's no boundaries to this devil.
Yeah.
Cannibal juice.
He has no limits.
Anything to make a buck.
Yeah, man.
It's like imitation vanilla. Imitation vanilla. You'll fuck around and get imitation vanilla, not pure vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
Imitation vanilla comes from a gland from a beaver's buttocks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And my question is, who was the guy who thought of this? And what made him think of it?
Well, but hey, but hey, they have those think tanks. That's what the CIA has a think tank in each branch. They have a propaganda think tank. They have anybody just to go study insects. They have a think tank to do all of that business, man. So they want everybody. They want to answer your question. They actually told me, hey, look, we need imitation for every food that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was just doing because Pops got me on the bread thing. I had to find out why is bread so fucked up. It's because when they did research on the wheat germ. They did certain type of genetics to make they said they was doing it to increase the yields of the food, but really they was doing it, man, to find a cheaper way so they could, like the elder just said, to make a buck.
Yeah.
You know, and by you hindering and doing certain things, man, it harms, because they said wheat is not even fucking edible, man.
Yeah, this wheat that they have,
This wheat now
the GMO wheat, because wheat is in the scriptures.
Yes.
Anything that's in the scriptures is lawful.
That's right.
You know, they'll say melons and different things ain't healthy and all that, but why is it in the scriptures? And why did we eat it in the past? Why did we eat meat in the past?
Yeah.
People didn't have problems like they have today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this dude everything is messed up, man.
That greed, you know, he's pumping, you know, the animals with all kind of, you know, antibiotics to keep down the infections and all that stuff. Come on, man. That shit brings death.
I want to say too, back in the day, remember the packaging, like a milk carton used to say sold by weight, not by volume? That's no longer there.
Right.
Because they mass produce it.
Right.
Yeah. The devil does everything to make a buck.
Yeah, man.
That's it, cutting corners. Unjust weight, the scant measure that is abominable. You know, because they'll give you little, but they'll still charge you either the same or higher prices.
And to show that they're in Romans today, because that's what Romans used to do with the gold. They used to mix the gold with the clay.
Right.
With the copper and clay, you know, to unjust balance. You know, just to show you that them people are the same ones back today.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that brought Rome down, because they had the value of the denarius. To where it was a big coin, it was let's say it was 100% silver. After a while, they kept mixing so many inferior metals to it that it came down to nothing. It was a lot smaller, and it wasn't worth anything. It wasn't worth as much as it was in the past.
Another thing they do too, when they get ready to extend their money, what they do? They will have different games to distract people.
Oh yeah, bread and circuses.
And that's exactly what America does,
Yeah.
right? They put some type of something in the news. It's distracting everybody. Propaganda in the news. It
Right.
distracts everybody. They don't know what's going on.
Right.
And they pass all type of bills and laws. And the so-called American dollar
Yeah.
continues to constantly keep growing.
And they understand that through the economy, they can make people into debt slaves. And debt slaves means that people, when they have nothing else to pay with, they have to pay with themselves. And then that way, you become their property. You had a piece of, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 14, verse 6. It says, there is none worse than he that envious himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And he that doeth good, he doeth unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. An envious man has a wicked eye, he turneth away his face, and despise men. A covetous man eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul.
Hey, the elder pastor put the scripture, 2 Corinthians 13:1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. he's saying that's a think tank, which is true because they accomplish a diligent search, and then they compare it, and then they agree, okay, this is going to work. This is why you have, you know, your different sodas and your different, you know, so-called waters that are flavored with lemon and lime and watermelon and all that, but it's not that. It's nothing but chemicals that have the same taste or look as those different, you know, fruits and vegetables. And then what they do is they add natural flavors and different artificial sweeteners to make it taste good. So you thinking you drinking a black cherry seltzer water? Damn, this is delicious. That ain't nothing but hot chemicals and some seltzer water.
Some wickedness.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's the spirit, because I that's one of the main reasons I stopped drinking Snapple. I'm drinking, how Dave got off the roof, down in a Snapple, man, and I just had to stop drinking. I said, how the hell is this thing better than, that thing tastes better than a regular apple, and it's red. And I drink apple cider, and I said, this shit is chemical. Because apple cider is brown. You know, comes from an apple, and I was like, look, man, this shit is it's too uncanny. You have to watch. That's why I said you have to watch and care for what goes in your body, man.
Exactly.
All of that shit is chemicals, man.
But you control that. Just one more thing, Salaki. Elder Pastor Charles said, bread and circuses phrase of bread, diet of entertainment, or political policies on which the masses are fed to keep them happy and docile. You know?
And that's what most of this food do.
Right.
Hey, man.
Right. Because you can't think properly.
You know,
Right.
What's that movie? Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's why most of the time you might, let's say you about to go to the kitchen. You go to the kitchen, you fucking forget.
Right.
But you done went to the kitchen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
those chemicals, those bad fats and different things clog your brain. Those sugars, they clog the receptors between your brain and what you got to do. That's why you can't think straight.
The fucking chemtrails.
Man.
The MSG. That's what that is. That was sick.
Yeah, that was sick.
That the MSG is monosodium glutamate. That's exactly what it is. It's a brain altering. You can sprinkle that on dog shit. It makes it taste good because it interferes with your receptors. And Moab is the one that created that shit, man.
I got to preach something. Proverbs 12:5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. Okay. It says Proverbs 12:5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit.
Right. The counsels of the wicked are deceit, because they'll make it seem like it's good. That's why it says, what does it say in Psalms chapter 50? Is it? Or is that 55? The words of his mouth are smoother than butter. You know. And that's why it says, never trust thine enemy. Because it says, if I'm not mistaken, don't it say that enemies speaking sweetly with sweet words or something along those lines? Why is that? Because they're not going to come at you with their true intentions. They're going to come at you. They're going to come at you like a lamb, but really they're nothing but a fox, because they have an agenda and they know that it's easier to catch somebody with sweet words than it is to catch them with harsh words. A soft answer turneth away wrath. You know. Oh yeah. He had two horns like a lamb and spoke as a dragon. Beautiful. Yeah. So if somebody got that, bring that out. You know, or whatever y'all brothers got. Yeah. Bring it out.
All right. So Rock, chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crafty, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And though thou shalt be unto him as though thou hast wiped a looking glass."
Right. Don't let him out your sight. Don't trust him as far as you can throw him. You got it.
It said, and thou shalt know that his breast hath not altogether wiped away.
Right, because you can see it's the same pattern. He's the same devil. You know, no matter how he tries to transfigure himself, he's the same damn devil. You got
soul that is within him is not of bread. One thing about the soul is you can't change it.
Right.
You might be able to change your body, you might be able to change your tactics, but the soul, whatever's in you, who you are, your essence, you can't change that, man.
Yeah, he destroys everything he touches, and he's in rulership. So he's pretty much destroying the earth. That's why the scriptures say, hey, we must destroy him that destroy the earth, man. You know, because everything he touches, it turns into some wickedness. You know, they can't do any good. It's not in them to do good. Even the good that they think they're doing is evil. Oh, taste this. It tastes just like watermelon, don't it? But it's giving you cancer like a motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
It's a strain on your flesh. But don't that taste good?
Yeah, and then they make it affordable. You know?
Yeah. And then they put it in Jake neighborhoods.
Oh yeah.
Drop down to verse 16. Remember, that's what they did with C-19. And the Bible said this is beneficial for you to take. And people started dropping.
They was pulling to niggas like crazy. Free burger and fries, free chicken.
Free weed.
They
said free weed, man. I said, wow.
It was probably in that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Free
Like
set.
that. Well, you know what? They said they was gonna start putting it in the food. We don't talk to them because they've been in.
Oh, God. This is
Now they give you free myocardial infarction.
Yeah, man.
But drop down to Sirach 12 and 16. It said, this is our Apostle Rabbi one guy. It said, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Right. And what's that pit? The New World Order system.
Right.
That's that pit. He's trying to get you. Matter of fact, that goes hand in hand with Psalms 55. Whoever got that? Okay.
It says, he will weep with his eyes, but if we find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Right. Because at the end of the day, they even if they kill you, they ain't satisfied. This is why them devils, after they would lynch Jake, they would cut off body parts, they would burn them, and they would keep mutilating the body because they're not satisfied with blood. You know, that's why I said that they had not hated blood. So since you didn't hate blood, blood's going to pursue you. You know, that's why this place is going to be taken out by violence. And the extreme violence that the Most High gave them, the same blessing that the Lord gave them, is the same thing He's going to use to destroy them. You know, that's going to bring about their whole demise, their blood. And that's going to encompass from East Coast to West Coast, from North to South. And it's going to take this whole land of America, Babylon the Great, totally out. You know, it's going to be wiped out. Nothing that's on the soils of America, above ground or underground, is going to survive. You know, because the Lord said that if they go down into hell, which is the grave, which is down into the earth, His hand is going to take them. Because those missiles are going to go down there. You remember, the Most High, you got a missile, and then you got a missile with the Most High Spirit in it. So it's going to dig down into the ground and hit those places that they call it are impenetrable, but they're going to be penetrated.
You know what? Some of them bunkers, what they call them, they got missiles, something that they call bunker busters.
Bunker busters, right? Yeah. Well, the Most High is the ultimate bunker buster.
That's right.
They also ate us too. You know, you see the blood after they mutilated us. They ate us too.
That book, Collectible Negro. Yeah.
Precept.
Bill Mold.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 26. The principal things of the whole use of man life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these are good to the godly, but Sirach 39 and 26. The principal thing of the whole use of man's life are water.
Water, you need water. You need water to live. Right? Just need to drink it. You know?
Fire.
Fire, you what? Fire to what? Keep warm, cook your food, you know. Go ahead.
Iron. And salt. Flour of wheat.
And guess what? You can also trade with those things too, right? Flour of wheat, right? Those are different commodities, right? Go ahead.
Honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil, and clothing. All these are good to the godly. So to the sinner, they are turned into evil.
Right, so he turned all those things to evil, just like, you know, we used to say him on food. So he took all those things and he turned them upside down.
straight up corrupted it, man. You know, so now you got GMOs, man. Hey, you even got synthetic water that, what's that? I think it's synthetic. That's actually synthetic water. Yeah. You done found a way to make fake water, man. That shit ain't even water.
And then you got to pay for water.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to drink water from the source.
That's right. And then the water that you do that was good, he done put chemicals all in this shit, you know? He tell you he can't collect. It's a law that you can't even really collect water. Yeah, but it's the land of the free, though.
But it's home of the slave.
Yeah, the land of the thief, like you said earlier.
Land of the thief and home of the slave.
Yeah.
That was all I had.
Precept.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, and verse 20. It says, woe to them that call good evil. It says, woe to them that call good. Woe to them that call good and good evil. That put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Hey, can you start that over, Brother Michelle? Can you start that over from the top?
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Don't that sound like America? Yep. You know, America is the land of the unfruitful, man. They look at the biggest agenda they pushing now, the Mo agenda. Which there's no fruit that can come out of two men getting together or two women getting together.
Except for disease.
Yep, exactly.
Oh Lord.
But that's what's being promoted on a high level. And you know what? That ain't nothing but another form of depop.
Yeah.
Population control. Yep. You know? Because they know ain't nothing coming out of that. It's just insatiable lust. You know? Go ahead.
Oh, that's it over.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from birth.
Beautiful. Oh, you got that. What version is that?
King James.
Sure. It said the wicked are estranged from the womb.
From the womb.
All right, but no, you said birth is the same thing. But I was like, damn, that's a bad version too. You got it, brother.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
Meaning
lies.
they're already strange before they even born. You know, it's like Jeremiah 13 says, can you do good that are accustomed to doing evil? Right. You were born to do that. You were born to be the wicked. And there's nothing you could do. You got it? No, there's more. There's more to that. Bring the rest of that out. Read it from the top again. Read it from the top again. Yeah, 58. What the verse you read? Read that again. That verse again.
Okay.
Get all the meat off that bone.
This is Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Go ahead.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder. Yep. They stoppeth her ear.
Right.
They stoppeth her ear.
So their poison is injected into you like the poison of a serpent. Yep. And then when the poison of a serpent enters into you, it slowly but surely starts to coagulate your blood. Right. So their poison right now is their philosophies, their agenda that they're pushing. You know, and that agenda that they're pushing will slowly, you know, cut off everything that's holy from you and the Most High. Just like the blood coagulates in a person, and what happens? They start to be strangled and they eventually die. So that's what's going to happen here. Elder Pastor put up the scripture in Revelation 17 and 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hands full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Because that cup is that serpent's venom. That once it enters into a person, it slowly starts to pull them away from the Most High. We're dealing with Israelites here anyway, you know. The brother put out in Psalm 64 and 5 in the NLT, they encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will notice they ask. Right. If somebody get Job chapter 5, verse 12.
Job 5 and 12.
Yeah, and they're pushing that agenda through. They're pushing their agenda and this foul way of living through this whole philosophy that they're pushing out there. You know, of the alphabet people. It goes on to say, as they plot their crimes, they say we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and minds are cunning, but the Most High himself will shoot them with his arrow, suddenly striking them down. Right, like the elder pastor said, that cup is not to see him. You know, that cup can lead to the see it, but it's not to see him. That's a totally different mind and hand thing from Revelation 13 to Revelation 17. There's two separate thoughts, because the cup is a representation of her philosophies, her ways, you know, the thoughts, the things that she believes in. You know, this is why the angel got mad at the Apostle John, because the Apostle John is one of the elect, but he admired her with great admiration. Like the scriptures say that they wondered after the beast. So they got mesmerized by the way of the beast. So at that time, the Apostle John was being seduced by this woman. And that's why the angel said, what the hell did you marvel for, man? I'm going to tell you the secret of the beast. You know, because they since they got in power, they've been very deceptive, and they put a seducing, alluring spirit out there that's drawing people after them. That's why it says that the world wandered after the beast. But then the Lord caused the elect to be disconnected from the matrix, you know, and have a different mindset. This is why the Apostle Paul said that we must be born again. Yahweh said we must be born again. The Apostle Paul said that we have to put off the old man and put on the new man. You know? Y'all got it?
I look at Job 5. I'm trying to start from the 10th verse.
Yeah, brother, whatever you want.
This is Job chapter 5 and verse 10. He giveth rain above the earth and sendeth water upon the fields, to set up the hives of those that are low, and those that which mourn above. Let me read that over. It says, to set up on high those that be low, that those may mourn, may be exalted to safety.
Those are the Israelites. That's why it said the meek shall inherit the earth. You got
Verse
it?
12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Right, because their agenda is towards the poor. That's why it said there shall be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You got it?
It says, so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise.
Right, their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So the Lord is going to cause something to chop that enterprise down, from not so that the elect will not get affected by that, but eventually, once they put that system in place, that's when the Lord's going to rain down upon them the destruction. You know, there should be a little bit more on that.
Drew at the brightness of his coming.
Right.
Yeah.
But the first part of that is what? The revealing,
Kind.
which is by the mouth of his prophets. Then he'll destroy with the brightness of his coming. But that's going to come at his apex. That's going to come at noonday. This is going to be at Esau's noonday, when they're at their highest peak, which they're really just about there. You know? You got it?
It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Right. You got it?
They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night.
Right.
But he saveth the poor from the sword, and their mouths from the hand of the mighty.
Right, because the Lord is not going to allow Esau is the Most High sword, but he's not going to allow that sword to touch the elect. That's why it said to set a M-A-R-K upon the hearts or the minds of them that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Because these individuals here are part of the elect. They're exempted from the judgment to come, because they were already sealed before the world even began in their foreheads. So that's the Most High's M-A-R-K. Esau's M-A-R-K is something physical, which is going to be put into either people's brains or into their hands or any part of their body that's going to operate that same system. Whether they put it on in their chest, in their stomach, their hands, you know. But when the Apostle John saw it, he saw the people taking it in their hand, their right hand, and in their forehead. You know, and there's no coincidence why the whole system is going digital. You know, everything is going digital, touchless. Now you got people that scan their palm of their hands on their phones. Now the readers that are out there are getting used to people's palm prints.
Amazon there's a video with a white lady out there.
Yep.
Stand up front, she got all excited.
Right.
And shit, you know.
But you know what? That's going to cause the simpletons to look at that and want that technology.
Yeah.
You know, I got to have that. Okay, yeah, you got to have that, but also you're going to have a missile up your ass too.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
And it's more than just that too. They got a grocery store you can ride through with a buggy.
Right, Amazon Go. I think it's Amazon Go.
Right.
It's Amazon Go, yeah. They got cameras looking down at you, and they grab, and they take it off of your cart.
Right, and let's say you have something and you put it back, it deducts it.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's actually looked at as because Jake always they already got them going off that the new technology. Every time they do the phone, and when you really realize it, every feature is just it's not really a feature. It's just something they make to make you want it.
Right.
You know, it's not that different. They'll make a phone simple. Oh, we got the new such. It folds.
All them phones do the same shit.
All they do the same shit.
You know, just some of them, they got little addition shit here and there.
Yes.
I'm not into all that shit.
Yeah.
As long as I can make phone calls, go on the web, watch videos, you know, put on certain apps that I like, that's it.
That's it.
You know?
What I was gonna say is they got a store in Vegas. My wife just came out to Vegas. The whole store is digital. The whole store is digital. There's not even a cashier there.
Right.
So everything is digital. So just going back to what you said, they really are preparing the minds of the people to get prepared for this.
Because this is called gradualism.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gradually being introduced to the people so that when they do bring the system in place, people are not going to be all like, well, wait a minute, what's this all about? They're already going to know. And a lot of them are going to already be acclimated, that's a fancy word, acclimated to the system, and they're just going to transfer from what they were doing to this new way. You know? Yeah, that's why your phones now, you do what? You thumbprint, you know, look at your facial recognition. You know, it's ready. They're ready.
Hey, don't forget about the people that was having the people that was having the select. The people that was having the auto-tune implanted into their voice.
Yep.
So they can do auto-tune without an MPC or whatever.
Yeah.
They could just turn. They had the dial implanted in their arm, and then they had something implanted in their throat, so they can do auto-tune without having MPC. You know,
That's stupid, man. He made the iPhone. He just did a video where he was talking on his hand he was talking to his wife through his hand.
Well, remember that chick, the girl that was talking to her mother by her hand. And the mother was hearing her voice through the phone.
No, but they showed it again in that movie, when they remade the movie Total Recall.
Yeah, the second
Remember
one.
he was talking on his hand.
Yeah. And then he cut his hand and pulled the thing out.
Yep, he had to pull it.
You know, you ain't gonna be able to pull the phone out or the C-hip out in that day. You know? And even the phone had to agree with that. What y'all got? Yeah. You know, and like Elder Pastor said, I wouldn't want to test that theory. I don't want to test the theory of taking it so you can survive, but then when you see the missiles coming, taking it out and thinking that the Lord is going to save you. Nah, man, it don't work like that. That's the same way that Jake was premeditating sins by putting sacrifices aside. That's what the Lord said. Look, you know, away with your offerings, your sacrifices. I don't want to hear that no more.
It's about faith. When the scriptures say what? The judge will live by faith.
That's it.
So the Lord, He's going to be testing our like the scripture. You should be trying.
Right.
You ain't being, you take it.
Right.
Your trial is over.
That's it.
That's your end date, man.
Yeah.
Brother put a beautiful video. My brother put a beautiful video in the group about what's going on in China up there under that digital
System.
everything. It was to the point where you can't even open your cell phone without facial recognition if you don't have the see it.
Yeah.
So they already are totally up under that, man. I'm already over there, man. They already pushing.
Yeah, my job just upgraded to that. I don't even have to clock in. I'm gonna just walk in, and the camera picks you up. Just face recognition.
Right. And it gives the time you got there and the time you leave. When you took your break.
Matter of fact, they just told everybody they could control the break. whenever you up front, basically it's just slavery.
Yeah.
Whenever you go up front to the bathroom, it times you how much time you use the bathroom.
Right.
If you're not back on the floor, it actually notifies your manager. And they can just call you. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fuck the hell out.
Total, hey,
Yeah.
when that movie 1984, they had
Yeah,
the
yeah.
total monitoring of everything of everybody, even including your room.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you had no privacy
Nah.
whatsoever. They constantly watching you. And what did they do in there? The jobs that they had sitting at the desk,
Yeah.
changing news clips, news articles, and then like they put up the chocolate ration was 30% already, right? 30 grams of chocolate,
Right.
chocolate you could have to eat. Now, what he did was he took the thing off, he cut that out and put it in, and said that it was from 20 grams to 25 grams. It was an increase, but it was really 30 grams. So people said, did you read the news? You know, the chocolate ration went up from 20 to 25% or 25 grams. But no, they actually took 5% away, but made it seem like you were getting 5%. So they got your ass.
Man, yeah.
You know, so it's total control and manipulation and control, and total surveillance of everything. You know, that's what the whole sea monster was all about.
Yeah.
Shutting everything down, closing everybody up so that they can set up this 5G system all over the place,
Yeah.
so that they can have the system in place for this new digital world that we're bringing in.
I got something real quick. Just to land back off what you said about Nate. You know what I'm saying? Take the sea up and take it out. This is Proverbs 11:27. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor. But he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him.
Right.
That's mischief. Who would even think about
Matter of
stuff
fact,
like,
somebody gets
I'm
Psalm
gonna get it and
7.
then I'm gonna take it out. Man, that's you saving
11
yourself
shall
on your
return upon his own
rewards,
head.
man. No, we hey,
Psalm
like
7,
the brother said, like the elder
towards the
said,
end, they shall return upon their own head.
The just shall live by faith. And we have faith that the Yahweh Shai is going to deliver because the scripture says so.
Yeah, and you're not gonna be able to take it out because it has
Right.
something something called biobond
Yep.
that it's made with that bonds to your muscle tissue.
That's right.
You know?
I think
So-
it released a chemical to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to take it out.
They were talking about it released some cyanide.
Cyanide, yeah.
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
I got something real quick.
But it might when if you try to take it out, it might just release something that'll kill you on the spot.
It got cyanide. That's right.
Start at 11.
I got something real quick.
Bring it out. Bring it
This
out.
is on Psalm 17:10. It says they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly.
Right.
They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
We got surveillance, yeah.
You know, through their camera. With their camera.
Yeah. And Jeremiah said that their city shall be, what does it go? About the leopard. Jeremiah, I believe it's 5. I'll get it real quick.
Yeah, because it's that we want to see everything. Because look, these phones, they know your every step.
Right.
You got the cameras, you know.
Batman.
Perfect example, right? When you go out of town, you driving, right? Google will send your ass a goddamn a damn notification or damn email. It'd be like you traveled 10 hours to Connecticut.
You
Hey,
know,
you know,
and look,
like, what the fuck?
and look, when you plug your phone to your car, it automatically tracks where you live at,
Yep.
the last address you stopped at.
Yep.
It'll automatically put your home address in as soon as you plug your phone into your car. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's another thing. And then what he was talking about when they shut the place down, they put sensors. Your car already has a tracking device in it. If your car has a GPS and that GPS is attached to your name on that vehicle, they have a tracking device on you. So and they have monitors that they put in the streets. So where if you pass by a certain area, they'll know exactly where you're at.
Right. It says a leopard shall watch over that city.
Yeah. Hey, I remember when we went up top, you had the Mitsubishi Endeavor.
Yeah.
And we went up top. As soon as we crossed over to Washington Bridge, it said, welcome to Washington, Paul. It said it's not, whoever the car is registered in, it said, welcome to Washington. I remember that.
Remember Minority Report?
Yeah,
When he took
yes,
that
it is,
Moabite's eye, or that Ammonite's eyes, and he walked in that place, and he said, good afternoon, Mr. Takamoto, whatever his name was. Hey, Elder Pastor said, y'all are cooking a real mean stew. Shalom to, you know, and apostles, bishops, elders, brothers out there, sisters, shalom to them.
When you started at, all the way until you get to your destination with your iPhone, you can share your location. So that just shows you even on the war level.
Right.
If you want to just say, hey, I'm going to Vegas. I want you to track me the whole way. Okay, I'm gonna share my location for those amount of hours, and you can track every little spot I stopped at, everything.
Right.
You know,
So they know what you like to eat, where you like to stop. You know, how many.
Stopped over at this gas station.
Right. What you get at the gas? You know, do you get the premium? Do you get the cheap stuff? You know.
You ever seen that show? What's the name of this? Black Lightning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Black
You
Lightning.
remember when they took him, and when they took him to the place, they had everything that he liked, his favorite food, his favorite.
It's been a long time since I saw it.
But they had everything he liked in the prison, man. And he was like, man, I can't believe how they know I paid the wine and such and such. But
They know. Hey, that's why they want you to pay for everything with your card.
Yeah.
You know, so they can keep a track of everything.
Yeah.
You know, then they'll send you, you know, because some of them places you get, you know, you think, okay, I'm gonna get a coupon for this, or I'm gonna get 10% off if I use, you know, if I apply for the store card or whatever. But that's all tracking you. You know, and then they'll send you stuff through your email, you know, like, you know, such and such or whatever you like, coffee, teas or whatever. They send it to you. Why? Because they got a digital footprint of what you've done and where you work, you know, your whole life history. And that's what they want. That's what the charagma is all about.
That's right.
You know, you got the device, which is the micro C hip.
Yep.
You have the delivery system, which is the, you know, thing to inject, which is the Karax. And then you have the records that are written within that little device, which is the grapho. These are the writings, the records that are in there. It's your whole life story. And that's what they want. They want to control everybody. Like the Most High don't have to come down, send the angel down and tell them to get a dossier on each one of us or anybody in the world. They already got it. You know, they already know each individual person, each individual soul. That's what the scriptures say. You know, don't think that I'm one out of so many souls out here and the Lord's going to forget. No, the Lord ain't going to forget nothing. He got everybody already, you know, marked and everybody's dossier and all of that, you know? And that's what Esau's trying to do. I will be like the Most High.
also, I wanted to say the Lord know the number of the hairs on our head.
That's it. That's it.
I want to bring out, they showed that if you brothers watch that documentary, Social Dilemma, where they was using algorithms. They was following like what you like, what you don't like, social media. And that's why sometimes you be thinking something and pop up on because they tracking your likes and dislikes. They tracking everybody.
Right.
Everybody got a social media page. You're pretty much becoming a program robot.
Yeah.
Right? Even when you sit there amongst people, you say, you know what? I want some jerk chicken. You look up on your phone and you get on social media, all of a sudden you see jerk chicken places all your timeline. Even when you pop up in Google, now they show you jerk chicken through your Google.
Yep.
Right? So this is serious. Like,
It's real. It's real.
This seriously happening, man.
Yeah.
And if you're not in the mindset of watching, you don't even see it.
Right.
People are dumbed down to a situation.
Yeah, the apostle said, like Alex Jones said, they want total control. Total control. And that's the interview he had with Aaron Russo. They want total control. And what is the ultimate form of control? Being able to track everything and control everything that you do. And that's why they want to put the micro C hip in everybody. That's the ultimate goal for the planet, for all peoples on the planet. You know?
When we initiated all the things that we just basically named, that might seem beneficial because he's pushing his world to also go to convenience.
Right.
Toll roads was a symbol of convenience. Well, it was really to pay off what's the name, but he kept it in for convenience. Oh, you don't want to wait an hour and a half in this traffic, you take the toll road. It's going to cut your time down to 30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
Just by a little payment.
And that started out as being just a one-time thing, and they just left it there.
Well, that goes back to the you know, when you went through the King's Highway, they would charge you like a fee to go, you know, back in the medieval times. That's where all that toll stuff came from, but they brought it up to date. It says, yep, that, as the apostle said, the movie Enemy of the State is all about tracking you. You know, and they put different devices, your pens and your phones and, you know, different shit on you that can track you wherever you go. You know? Yes.
And that's why they want. That's what, if they can track everything that you own, your phone, your vehicle, and all of that. But what if you decided to walk off and leave all of that, your phone and everything at home? They can't track you. So that you're the only thing that they can't track. So they're the sword scene.
Yeah.
So now they want to work that into the system. They want to work you into the system.
Oh yeah.
And they what was it, Rabbi Finkelstein? He said, they look at us as goyim. You know what I'm saying? And what do they do to cattle? They use the awl and they brand them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that branding tells who the owner is. So they want to do this thing to say we own you. You're our slaves. You know, you belong to us.
Yeah.
And we belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So that's why we got to take a stand.
Yeah.
When this thing presents itself against us and trust in the Lord.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, beginning at verse 11, and it reads, Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
So don't think for 1 second that we're more angry than the Most High is. The Lord want to take this devil out, but he's subject to his word.
Verse 12, and it reads, If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready.
Yeah, so the Lord is ready for this devil. They doing their thing, and the Most High is waiting right there for him to make that move. It's just like an expert boxer fighting an amateur that's getting ready to throw a punch at him, and he sees a punch already coming. You know, he's just waiting for him to throw that punch so he can counter his ass.
Yeah, like you said in Creed, checkmate.
Checkmate, that's it. Checkmate, bow.
So his weakness.
Verse 13, and it reads, He hath also prepared him for him, Salakia. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors.
Right, because they are the persecutors, but the Lord has already ordained their destruction. You know? That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that whole chapter is bad.
Job chapter, but it's a scripture saying the wicked shall fall in their own snare.
This is what we're reading right now.
So
That's it. That's the
Most
spirit.
High, he already, he's gonna step in his own pile of shit.
That's it. He done set the trap, but then as he's trying to come back and say, "Damn, where the hell did I put that trap?" Boom, he gonna step right in. You got it, bro?
This is Job chapter 20. It says, in Job chapter 20, verse 23, it says, and when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast down the fury of his wrath upon him. He shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah, what's to fill his belly when he think he done set up this new world order, man? You know?
Yeah.
That's for the Lord, Yahweh shine, the angels gonna come back, you know?
Yeah, because he said, according to his substance shall the restitution be. You're looking for reparations here. His what he's got to pay back is going to be far greater, because there's no way that he's going to be able to pay all this shit off.
That's right.
Ever. No amount of money could ever repay for all of the deaths and the thefts, I wasn't trying to rhyme either, that occurred on this land and all throughout. You know?
And that's just on what he did on this land.
And that's only what's recorded.
And that's only what's recorded, right?
Because we don't know what the things that he's done and the deaths and the heinous shit that he's done that ain't even recorded.
Right.
That nobody knows about but Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
The things that he's doing in secret, like administering certain drugs to people that come in for illnesses that are test drugs. Like mainly, like a lot of these veterans, a lot of these war veterans, they're test dummies. You know, but they caught on to it. A lot of them caught on to it.
Really, this dude is just having his way right now. Right?
Oh yeah.
You know, he's just having his way.
He's a demonic robot that's just on a rampage. But he's about to get put down. You know, he's about to get put down. Oh yeah. Was that it, bro?
Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of the steel shall strike him through.
Because first part of him coming down is revelation. Second part is judgment. The revelation comes by way of the prophets revealing who he is, what he's doing. The judgment comes by way of the missiles. That's the fire. You got it.
It is drawn and coming out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword coming out of the gale, out of his gale.
Right. The glittering sword. What's that? That's those missiles coming out of his gall.
Silos.
Yeah, that's just going to be coming out. And people could talk all the shit they want, but once they hear the news, what news you talking about, man? When they hear the news of the missiles flying, that's it.
That's it. Right.
You know, hey, the movie The Day After, back in 1983, brought great horror to people, and that was just a movie.
Yeah.
But that movie showed a little glimpse into the reality of nuclear war.
Yeah. War, you talking about War Games?
Yeah, no, that the movie The Day After.
The day after. Okay,
You know,
okay.
back in 1983.
Come.
You know, now even Einstein said, I don't know what war or what weapons World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV shall be fought with sticks and stones, because they understood about their new atomic hydrogen bomb and nuclear age.
Right.
You know?
Drive the world into basically utter chaos.
Right.
That's why he says sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to bring it back to the Stone Age, which is heavy because the kingdom of heaven ain't going to have all this technology like this, but it's going to be greater technology, but it's not going to be harmful to the planet.
Spirit raising is all
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, but that's why I said that so when this world goes down, we look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah.
You know, total different vibration.
Yeah. It's more like the movie Avatar.
Right.
No,
Yep.
Avatar.
Yep.
Because everything was spirit. The ground, like we always.
Everything was connected.
example.
Yeah.
That dude got through there. He had a flame and shit. The lady was like, "Hey, look, you don't need that." And the ground illuminated as soon as he calmed down. The ground illuminated itself. The water was illuminated.
Yeah.
Everything was way better, man.
That's it.
The scripture says, "What the saints shall take the kingdom."
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Lord gonna put the spirit on the saints to raise up and beat Esau into powder.
Yeah.
You know, we're on the threshing. Hey, we're gonna meet this devil on the threshing floor.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
That's
we're
right.
gonna get our hands on Lord. Our righteous are. We're gonna get our hands on her.
Yeah. That's it. You know, hey, that's what the Lord's gonna rouse everything up. What else? You had any more on that? That was it. Okay, you back to
This is back in Psalms chapter 7, verse 14, and it reads, Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood.
right, because they travail with they actually put all this stuff into motion, and now it's coming to pass.
Yeah.
You know, now their baby is about to be born, which is a new world order. But that baby, when it's born, is going to bring about their destruction, their demise. It's like a woman, right? It's like a woman, right? When she's about to give birth, and then she goes through all that pain, and when the baby's born, it's stillborn. The baby's dead, you know, or the baby's born, but she dies, you know. So once this baby of Esau is born, that's when they die. That's when they come down, so to speak.
The whole concept of the new world order.
Oh yeah. The Lord's gonna put a kibosh on that. You were gonna say something?
You know what I'm saying? In that movie Oppenheimer, when they created the creator of Oppenheimer, he started having nightmares.
Yeah.
Of that bomb being used on him.
Yeah.
You know?
You're talking about the creator of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was spiritual because we was out actually watching it last night.
Yeah.
Said that. And I was saying, man, it was spiritual. How? Because the Germans was like they were trying to get him to go to Germany and do it. I was like, man, that's spiritual because he had to create that bomb here in America because that's what the prophecy. He had to fulfill prophecy. It wasn't made for Germany for them to create the bomb over there. But I think the whole movie was spiritual. And everything that's happening in America is all spiritual.
Yeah.
Everything
But the
that takes place.
thought process of making the bomb came from Germans,
Yeah.
which are teaming, the wise men of teaming in the scriptures. You know, but it had to be made here. Like you were saying that last night, right?
Yeah, I said that last night.
It had to be made here, right? Because this is the place where the destruction was going to be brought into. You know, and this is why America, Babylon the Great, was the first one to drop any major bombs from the air.
Yeah.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki,
Yeah.
you know, all those different experiments they were experimenting with. You know, it wasn't the Russians, wasn't the Germans, it wasn't any of those seven heads. You know, not saying that the Russians are one of the seven, because they're not. Just to put that out as disclaimer. But it came from America.
Right.
You know, and it's heavy because the very same thing that they have for their protection is what's going to bring their destruction. The second movie of the Planet of the Apes in the series, which was Beneath the Planet of the Apes, what was the main thing they were worshiping? The missile. And it had at the bottom of both of the fins, it had trident, which are the three prongs at the bottom holding the missile up. One side had Alpha, the other side had Omega. The beginning and the end. So that beginning of that missile is going to bring their end. And at the end of their destruction, that's when Yahweh Shai is coming. That's the ultimate Alpha and Omega.
Let's go.
You know?
I got something real quick. Oh yeah. Let me grab it real quick. This is Psalm 37 and 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay the such as be of upright conversation.
Right, because their whole thing, as it speaks about in Wisdom of Solomon, I think that's the second or third chapter, that they want to destroy the elect of the Lord, the ones that believe in the Lord. They ain't worried about Jake out here, because Jake out here is already under the spell of the devil. They got them. They're worried about us.
That's right.
And men like us,
Yeah.
all throughout the planet, that the Lord has woken up with this truth. That's who they're afraid of.
Right.
They ain't afraid of Jake out here. They got Jake.
Yeah.
They done cloned all these Jakes,
Yeah.
all these big Shirleys and these Keishas and all of the rest of the other tribes.
They clone Tyrone.
They clone Tyrone. they clone Jorge. You know, they got him, but they worried about the men of the Lord. That's why I said that their great fear fell upon them. Great fear didn't fall upon them because they see Jake out here on the corners, they pants sagging, killing each other.
That's right.
They happy about that.
Yeah.
Jake acting a fool in the movies and comedy and all that. They happy about that. They worried about this right here, what we're teaching right here.
Yeah.
This is the main threat to the New World Order.
Right.
You know?
And this is the point right here. It says, their swords shall enter into their own heart.
Boom. That's it.
And their bows shall be broken.
Right? Because the same power that they have is the Lord's going to break that power.
Yeah.
Because they puffing at the nations. Why? Because they got the missile. They got the most powerful weapon on the planet. But these nations got them too.
That's right.
You know? But the Lord's going to break their ass.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
This is Isaiah 59 and 19.
Beautiful.
So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood,
That's these troops. Go ahead.
the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him.
That's going to be some type of spiritual intervention that the Lord's going to cause to destroy this devil once he makes his move. Just like he's going to cause a spiritual intervention to happen when the famine comes, when they have people in a position to where they have to receive the MOTB. The elect miraculously are going to be able to eat. This is why they're shutting everything down, buying up all these different farmlands,
That's right.
making it harder and harder for people to get jobs, because they're pushing people into a corner to accept this new system, the digital system of the digital all, the MOTB, the micro C-HIP, whatever you want to call it. You know? Oh, who you got more on that? That was it, right?
20. And the Redeemer shall come from Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob.
That's the elect. That's that 19th verse. That right there. That the Lord shall set up a standard against them. That right there belongs to the elect, because the Lord gave it to them. When, Revelation 3:10. You know, because you have kept the word of my patience, I also will keep you from the hour of temptation that's going to come upon all the world to try them. So the world's going to get caught in it, but the elect will not, of the nation of Israel. That's it.
Say it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's it.
The Lord should come like a thief in the night.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Like, everybody, they don't get caught out of thief.
Right. The only ones that's not going to get caught by the thief are the elect, because they're watching. They have their lamps and they're full of oil, watching and looking and seeing and hoping and praying and bring in supplication to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that he destroy this place and bring in the new world, which is the kingdom of heaven.
It's not day and night until the Lord is established into the earth.
That's right, day and night. That's why there's constant videos going on. There's constant camps going on all 24 hours a day, because you have brothers in America. When we're awake doing the lessons, brothers over the other side of the earth might be sleeping. While we're sleeping over here, they're awake doing the work over there. So all over the planet, the word is going out. Constantly, you know? That was it, right? You got more on that in Psalm 7?
Yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 15, and it reads, He made a pit and digged it, and it is fallen into the ditch which he made.
That is the New World Order. He made that pit, he digged it, but that's what's going to be his demise.
Verse 16, His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Right. His violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate, upon his head. Now, it says, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall not rise at all. Again, it's not going to rise ever again once it goes down.
That's right.
So, y'all got it.
Read what you saw.
That's it. Bring it out.
This is Obadiah 1 and 15. For the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
You got it.
That's right. So all the things that you have done is going to come right back on you, man. All right. Your reward is going to return upon your own head. So the things that you have done to the nation of Israel, to bring the nation of Israel down, is going to happen unto you, man.
Oh, well,
And double.
Revelation.
That's what's again.
Yeah,
Lead in
got
captivity.
Shall
Go
go
into captivity. That's right.
And that killer with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Here's the patience and faith.
They that devour you, they somebody grab those. They that devour you shall be devoured. You know? So those things, all the things Esau done upon earth, he gonna get that double, man, you know? And really that's his worst nightmare, man. And really most of these Edomites, man, that's their worst fear, man.
Yeah.
That Jacob's gonna do them in, man.
Yeah.
You know? Which is true. You know?
That was actually a quote from the Edomite. I was trying to find that. He actually said that was our worst, that's our biggest fear, man. Black man will come back and
Because the scriptures say what? We don't break them with a rod of iron, man. You know?
Somebody get Jeremiah 30 and 16.
So how is everybody going to be equal in the kingdom of heaven? How is Esau, how is Moab, and all these other nations going to make it in the kingdom of heaven? So how can Christians fucking explain that? How can Vocab Malone explain that? You know?
Vocab Malone, he only online.
You know?
He was out here
How can you explain that, man? You know?
He was
The
on here
Bible
earlier
speaks
talking.
about people going into slavery.
Yeah.
The Spirit sought
You
you
know?
out.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to be one of them.
go ahead, brother.
The Spirit sought him out.
Go ahead, brother. Bring it up, man.
This Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity.
Boom.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
That's a classic scripture right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic scripture, you know?
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, what's captivity? Slavery, man. Right. All right? Somebody got to play the role of the slave
That's
in
it.
the kingdom, all right? And we're going to have servants, man.
Yeah, you put your hands on the servants of the Lord, the Israelites, you're going to be dealt with. We weren't supposed to go into slavery. We the holy people, and we went into slavery. So now, are you going to be excluded from that? No. You're going to go into slavery now, and you're going to go up it every day, huh?
And I'm a hemisphere.
Except for the Sabbath.
Hemisphere.
Hey, the brother
Y'all got it.
My brother Arthur said they're gonna be antsy. Where's the Sabbath? Where's the Sabbath?
Con.
Yeah, I'm gonna make your ass fast on the Sabbath. You monkeys, you devils.
Hey, ain't no law against that.
This is
You're gonna afflict your soul.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. It says, and he that stood with a man and selleth him,
Him that stealeth a man and selleth him, read.
he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand,
He hasn't left, man. All right?
you on their land. You know?
Yeah.
And the scriptures say what? Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark. You know?
Hey, this devil done dug over graves. You know, he done built houses on top of burial grounds.
So she can only stack so high, man.
Yeah.
You know, when the scriptures say what? Their sins have what? Reached into the heavens.
Okay.
You know?
Bring it out.
So it's only the Lord's about to bring judgment upon these devils. Go ahead, man.
It says, he shall surely be put to death.
Yeah, he should surely be put to death, man. You know? So it's gonna be death upon you Edomites and you Moabites and you Ammonites. You know? Hey, justice is gonna be served. You know? Justice is gonna be served, man. Go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. It says, for their sins have reached unto the heavens, Yahweh have remembered her iniquities.
Right, hold on. Did the scripture say him that touches what? The apple of his eye, man. You know? So you ain't just touching us, it's like touching the Most High, man. You know? Now you gotta pay. You know? Now you gotta pay, man. You know?
Go ahead, man. This is verse 6. It says, reward her as she hath rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled.
And everybody know the history, how you got this land, man. How Judah came over here. You know? How you took this land from Gad, man. Everybody know the history. You know? That's why the scripture speaks about her shameful spewing, man. You know? That's a mass history you can't cover up, man. You know? That's a mass history you can't cover up, man, you know? Yep.
On here, back in verse 6, it says, in the cup which she hath
And
filled.
that's why the judgment is going to be epic, man, you know? Like, hey, that's why, look, that's why with that incident in, what's that, in fucking Alabama, right? Jake, hey, really, Jake was celebrating. Jake been waiting to get their hands on you, man.
Hey,
You know? Hey, you know?
Hey, you know what? And that's deep rooted, man. That's deep rooted, man.
Because first, I'm about to say it is, man. That's that hatred between Jacob and Esau, man. You know? Niggas, hey, what's his name? Martin Luther King made that speech. We all come together. Oh, man. That ain't what the Bible says. All right? The scripture said what? It's going to be enmity between the woman and the woman seed and the serpent seed. You know? Showing you that nigga was off, man.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Why would you want to make people peaceful, hold hands with people that fucking hate you? Idiot.
Your hand join hand.
Yeah,
But wicked shall not go unpunished.
He kind of recanted that shit though, because he kind of was like, yeah, well, I think I led my people to burn the house, because he knew that it was bullshit.
Well, that's what they got in there.
Yeah, when he started talking about them financials, he was like, oh, get rid of this, man, because people would have listened. They would be like, if he had been telling them, look, man, we're going to get our money right, fuck all this togetherness shit. They have to get rid of his ass, man.
Because that nigga had already profited off that bag.
Yeah.
They gave him. You know?
It said never bite the hand that feeds you.
Hey, but that fight, the elder mentioned that fight, man, you can tell that fight, man, that was some deep rooted dude. Hey, chick was on the ground, dude had that chair, he was bombing their ass, man. He was tearing their ass up, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. These men's weapons.
Precept of the elder tribe. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and 10. It says, therefore fear thou not. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh. Neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save.
So he didn't say, oh, Moab, oh, Edom. He's talking to Israel, man. You know? Go ahead.
He said, I will save thee from afar. And thy seed from the land of their captivity.
You these dudes, man, they try to hold on to that Gentile thing, man. In the New Testament. They don't even know what the hell that means, man. You know? They try to hold on to that. You know? Go ahead.
said, and I
You know,
see.
you can hold on to it all you still going into slavery. That's right.
All right. Go ahead. And thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
Yeah, vocab. When is this going to take place? That's right. When is that going to take place, man? This is a future event, man. When is that going to take place? According to the Bible, right? Or according to these dudes, right? That shit already happened, right? You know? Only look. If the Messiah haven't came back, those not the real Israelites, man. That's right. You know? Right? Those not the real Israelites. Somebody got to be lying.
All right, cool. Got it.
Go ahead. It says, Lord said He gonna save us with a mighty stretched out hand. You know, just like when he did in Egypt. You niggas came, got on planes and fucking went to the land, man. That's right.
Right. The Lord said He's gonna bring back His people in style.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, the chariots are gonna bring Israel back over there. You know. Ain't gonna be no fucking, no airplane or no passport, none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, this deliverance that's coming is gonna be spectacular, more than anybody has ever seen or witnessed ever in their life. You know, they've seen the chariots, they're starting to see them more, but they never seen the Israelites being beamed up, by the tons, by the thousands going up into that chariot. They ain't seen that.
Nike had a commercial right during the pandemic.
Right.
You had those shoes there.
Yep.
Their legs.
Yeah.
Yep. It's only us. Yep.
That's right. And Nike means victory. And there's those that get the victory. And then it was, I think it was one of the Latin tribes, right? It was one of the Latin tribes that was, the dude was one of the Latin tribes, right? That got beamed up. Yep. They know the difference. And who did they offer the jab to? So-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indians. Oh, y'all can skip to the front of the line. This would be the new modern smallpox blankets for y'all. You can have mine.
They actually they scrubbed that video with why are you saying that? But we had to get it to the tribes first, and then
you can't find it no more.
I can't find it no more. I had it, they deleted it, and then it was the Microsoft guy and his wife. Sat down and said the same thing.
Gil Bates.
You know what? Well, they just straight up targeted Jake because when it first came out, there was an article that came out. They said the only people that actually wasn't getting sick, they said Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know how we say it: Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's how they put it. In the article, I was like, "What the hell, man?"
We even Biden when Jake didn't get when Jake got it next to him, Biden was like, "Are you okay? How you feel?" He was making sure he was cool. He said, "Why would he do that if he already got it? He should have been, are you cool?" And he was like, "Are you okay? Are you straight?"
And those people that they showed getting it, that was nothing but a placebo. And they on the camera getting it, that's nothing but a placebo. So, he's all right.
The needle retracted.
Yeah, retract the needle, as they do in the movies.
Verse 11, it said, "For I am with thee, said the Lord Yahweh, to save thee,
The elect.
though I make a full end of all nations."
The scripture say what? My elective is Israel, man. So how the hell you get all the other nations out of this, man?
Right, and then why do you have to make up something called replacement theology, supersessionism, to remove the Israelites out of the picture, just to insert yourself in? Because they know it's infallible proof that only Israel shall be delivered.
That's right. It says, "For I am with thee, said the Lord Yahweh, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee."
Why? Because there's a remnant.
Yes.
Remnant is supposed to be delivered.
Right. It said, "But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right.
For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee,
they seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of the cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Yeah, basically,
I got you, bro. I got you.
Man. That's what the scripture says in the book of Lamentations. Somebody can get that. It says the Lord was like an enemy unto you. You know, because why? Because your iniquities is increased. All right? Because what? We were serving other gods. We were serving other idols, man. You can read that in the book of Judges, man. You know? Jake was going off. It says what? Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. You know? So the Lord had to what? He had to correct this, man. All right?
Give us a spanking.
Give us a spanking, man. You know? That's why what? When the kingdom of heaven gets you in, the elect is going to appreciate it. All right? You don't appreciate nothing that's given it to you. All right? You only appreciate for something that you work for. All right?
God, it says, why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
And who devours us, man? The other nations. Sorry, when Esau eat them on down, man. It talks about in the book of Isaiah how the dogs lick the sores, how these other businesses prophesy, Jake, man. That's devouring us, man. All right? It says what? All they that devour thee shall be devoured. So guess what? The people that's on the bottom, the people that's on top is going to do a whole 180.
And another thing they should
That is first shall be last, and that is last shall be first.
go ahead. No, I was gonna say they steal all of our inventions.
Yeah.
Everything that they profit off our creativity. Everything that's making this society run properly was invented by an Israelite, but they don't get no credit for it. Yep.
Steal it, then they patent it. That's as though they own it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, just like the man, the Jake that created the air conditioner.
Yeah.
You know, he created the air conditioner. He went to sell his product to the so-called white man. The white man took it and put a patent on it, like you said. And then what did he do next? He since he found out the game, he went and created the air conditioner for the car. And he got the patent off of it. So he actually smartened up and got paid for it. Right. But they stole that first invention.
That's right. Yep.
You know?
The devil was coming out, but the kill, steal, and destroy, man. There's on the one guy who fits those attributes, man.
Right.
You know? That's one nigga that fits those attributes, man.
That's what the scripture says, there's none to plead thy cause. So,
It's like, because he do it to the extreme. Well, look at Hawaii. Look at Hawaii. You know?
They ain't fighting over blocks.
Right.
They ain't fighting over little piece of turf. No, they fighting over the world.
That's right.
You know, they plan on conquering the world because they have a ruling class mentality. They don't have a slave class mentality, fighting over a little spot on a block somewhere. You know?
these people are playing checkers while Esau is playing Monopoly.
Back to Jeremiah 30, verse 16, it said, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Every one of them. Go ahead.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Hey, the guy's name was Frederick McKinley. Frederick McKinley. That's the guy that created that invented the air conditioner, man. You know, and he's a Jake. You can see clearly when you look at the pictures. Yeah. You can see clearly that's an Israelite. That's a
little person right there. Yep.
precept. Let's see. It's like I'm gonna break the screen. Verse 17. It said, "For I will restore health unto thee."
Right. What is that health? Talking about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord. Yahweh.
Whole. Make us whole again.
Yep.
You won't have diabetes. You'll be in your right state of mind. You know?
Have those new bodies.
Yeah, those new bodies. You know.
That's beautiful. Hey, on the games you play, man, you have to study, go up, and you restore your health, man. And your power goes back up.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be none of that. Like they show you these movies. We're watching The Flash a couple of weeks ago, and then they show you Superwoman or some of them fighting and shit. Then all of a sudden they just worn down after the fight. There ain't gonna be none of that. So you ain't gonna have to eat spinach to get your power back up.
They should run and not get
You know, ain't gonna be none of that.
Let somebody get that. They did a video on that.
Yeah, that is flash. Yeah.
They shall be as God.
Yes. Hey, well, they said that the feeble among them shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the angel of the Lord. Yeah.
Tomorrow iron shall break. Lord shall make my hands no
Yep.
war.
Oh yeah. And that was back then.
Yeah.
So imagine when the Lord changes us and gives us those new bodies. Yep.
This is Isaiah 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. And they shall walk.
They shall mount up as eagles. Right? Jacob gave it a fly. That's right. And they shall what?
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint.
So the Lord's gonna put us on a whole nother different level, man. You know? Go ahead.
Okay.
What is it you doing with that?
This is back in Jeremiah 30, verse 17. It said, "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after."
Beautiful. Yeah. We're gonna go from outcast to well known. I will bring them praise and fame in the land where they will put to shame.
Hey, in the video me and Fox did, he said in the book of Sirach, the 10th chapter, it says the poor man is honored in his skill. He that is honored, that is honorable in the poor, how much more in his riches? You know? So when Jake is honored now, when Jake is, you know, so we're basically trendsetters. You know, everything trendsetting, you know, Jake basically gets the credit for it. But how much more when we get in our riches?
Well, we'll look at Jake in different arenas, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it's UFC, boxing, NBA, NFL, all that's Jake. Yeah, in the Northern Kingdom, they done just took over baseball. The Northern Kingdom just totally took over.
Let go.
And they rumbling in the UFC too.
In the UFC.
And boxing too.
And we're doing all this in our pub. We're doing all this in our weaker state. How much more when we get the world? When we get the kingdom of heaven?
He that is faithful in least shall be faithful in much.
Yeah, hey, it was brought out by all of the designers, man. And you see those prints, man, Louis Vuitton, all of those designers got all that stuff from Jake in Africa, man. All of those top designers, they took and got that stuff from him. You know, and then came back here and then reprinted. Even Versace's the little got all that from Jake, man. You know, capitalized on it, man. Hey, the scripture says, man, the world was made for our sakes, man.
I think Jake drawn to that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And if the world be made for our sakes, why do not we own a possession with the world? Because it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, answer that, Malone.
All right. Back in Jeremiah 30, verse 18, it said, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tent, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city."
Just like he did in Egypt. You know, when Egypt was getting fucked up, what Jacob's claim was where Jake was at. In Egypt, we were straight. You know.
It said, "And the city shall be builded upon her own heaps, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof."
Right, so we're going to have the heathens ruling with us. Ain't no heathens going to be ruling over no Israelites.
Right.
Yeah.
It said, "And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving."
These are future prophecies. These are future prophecies. Future prophecies, all right?
It said, "And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Their children also shall be..."
A little one shall become 1,000. All right, so Jacob's going to multiply.
So it's going to be sex in the kingdom.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be sex in the kingdom. It's a lot of them.
A whole lot.
A whole lot.
Any wives and bring me lives.
That's right. It said their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me,
Plenteous.
and I will punish all that oppress them.
That's it. That goes hand in hand with Isaiah the 60th chapter.
Also, Maccabees, it says, who hasn't had a party?
You got it. Yeah, bring it up. That's beautiful.
Come on, bring it out. Precept that. Precept that.
I think it's Maccabees.
Yeah, 2 and 10.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, somebody speak. Somebody say something.
Yeah,
Watch it. Here you go.
So yeah, basically that's why it says all of them that oppressed them. And then the book you get it is Maccabees because that's gonna prove that what all the nations oppressed us, man. Because basically that's just nailed it all down. You know, ain't no other nation said, well, I didn't have any. No,
right.
they gave all, them that oppressed us, them that devoured us, them that they did everything evil to Israelites upon this planet Earth. You're gonna get that done back to you.
You gonna get Jeffy.
Even Japheth, it's insignificant ass.
All of them.
All of them, man.
It's significant.
All you other nations are going to slavery, whether you like it or not, man. That's why the scripture says what if they refuse to drink the cup, we shall take it and force them.
Oh yeah.
Basically, no, because what it was our the time we wasn't even supposed to drink the cup, but we surely drunk of it. How much more you?
That's it.
You know, and you heathens.
You gonna go it every day, huh?
Yeah.
This is first
So
Maccabees.
I said, man, that first day of the kingdom, man, it's a day to be sought after.
Yeah.
All right.
This is first Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom?
That's a question. What nation hasn't had a part in the kingdom? You know, all you nations, 17 nations was 18. Oh, 17 if you exclude the Israelites, right?
No.
So you 17 nations. Which one of you didn't have a part of our kingdom, man? The answer is not all of you.
Right. And what one of the final things that Yahweh Shai said, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down to the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Got it.
And gotten of her spoils.
Yeah. You got the spoils, man. Yeah. Now you Edomites, y'all especially because y'all have an emblem showing that y'all taking the spoils out of our land, called Archetytus, man. All right, that Domitius put up, which was the final son of Vespasian. He actually put up an arch representing, showing that what was it, Romans? Yeah. Romans taking, looting.
Yeah.
Israel taking our menorah, taking all our goodly pleasures, y'all taking out of it and giving it to yourself, man. So that's an invaluable proof.
Yeah, and that was used to fund the Colosseum, the building of the Colosseum.
Yeah. Psalms 83 it speaks. It says all the nations. Y'all, who sits at? There's no text at the council.
That's right.
At the UN, man. All them nations that took over us, man. The scripture says that, man.
Yeah, and even
where you get that from, vocab?
And the so-called Latin tribes that are there, they work. If they are actually Latin tribes or Jake tribes, they working for Esau. They pushing Esau's agenda because that UN is what? United Nations pushing the New World Order.
That's right. They're starting with Amalek. Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
Well, they got another park right around the corner.
Yeah, sure do.
Called the Memorial.
That's right.
I mean, Monument Circle.
That's right.
Them taking this land from Gad and Jake.
Yeah. See, I say that's another thing. You monument everything, every wickedness that you do, you monument it, man. So how can you not stand? How can you sit and try to say you're not guilty?
Yeah. You're guilty in every charge.
Guilty as charged.
All right, with that, we hope this lesson was edifying for the body. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
The elect.
Shalom to you, sincere brothers and sisters on the comment board.
Wow. See, look at you know how to get down on that thing.
Hey, what?